Last night was intense. It got weird. I only fast forward to the end result just so you guys can see what happened. I don't think I can say that out loud because I might, I don't know, YouTube, I don't know. But that actually happened last night. A Star Wars fan resorted to that to win an argument? Yet they're not the bullies. Cool. Look, the reality is there's a lot I want to talk about at this issue. I needed some time to really digest it all because my eyes were opened even wider last night seeing the amount of vileness in that chain that Star Wars put out. And it's just ironic because the chain that Star Wars put out was all about how they don't stand for that, right? But my God, guys, scroll through this thread and you will be disgusted. It is disgusting the level that people resort to in this conversation. So they put out this tweet in defense of Christina Ariel, who, look, I don't know who that is. That's not even what my argument or conversation was about. I make it very clear I've never heard of her, but I'm confused where your tweet of support for Gina Carano was. She's been endlessly bullied for things she's never said. Stop picking favorites and be truly inclusive by supporting all of your talent equally, no matter who they vote for. And oh man, apparently now I have turned into I can't even say the words, but you can imagine how extreme Star Wars fans have now painted me because I dare defend Gina Carano. Look, it got a lot. Thank you guys to all of you. It blew up. And I made sure to put out some facts from Data Racer, who does a lot of the data to really show how much Gina has been put through. The thread there and the stuff she's had to put up with. It's disgusting to me. And it's unreal to see the level that this turned into. It's unreal that, this Star Wars put this out to 6,000 people who then proceeded last night to just hammer me, call me untrue things, to declare my political side, what I believe in, what this post did, and she never did that. She is not that. Just the amount of ignorance in these threads, it is depressing. So many people are just angry and they join a mob out of anger to tear other people down. And that is exactly what I'm against. Look, Gina Carano and I may not even agree politically on a lot of things. The truth is, I don't know who she voted for because she doesn't share that information. What I respect about Gina is she's actually very positive. She tries to, the amount of hate that she receives is unimaginable, and she manages to figure out how to deal with it and let it roll down her back, but also fight back and not let those bullies win. And so when she fights back with these people who are legitimately not letting her go out of nowhere for no reason, she decides to not just bow down to them. She decides to challenge them and fight back. And in doing so, then she's labeled these labels that are just false. And it's really upsetting to me because, look, I am a more progressive person. I really do genuinely think I am. But I've begun to listen and respect more right viewpoints because I realize in my own story and what happened to me, everybody isn't perfect. Human beings make a lot of mistakes. We F up a lot. But man, this Star Wars fandom, they seem to be perfect. They never mess up. They are apparently the people who are allowed to decide who should remain in society and who shouldn't. And Star Wars itself, I mean, how tone deaf you are in this tweet. This is such a lie. John Boyega? How about John Boyega? You didn't do this to him? No? Oh, cool. We just forget about that. Whatever. How about we're gonna not even talk about Gina. How about I forget James Taylor, James Arnold Taylor, the voice actor. He got hate. There's been so much of this throughout fandom that again I need some time to really come back to you, and I want to bring some guests, and I really want to talk about this. I'm going to do a live stream tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to really break all this down. I have some other my fans and friends who are going to help gather some data for me to show you the hypocrisy of what's going on, the amount of hate, the level. So it's not just me playing victim here. No, the amount of hate that these people resort to just because I want to defend Gina, who I've paid attention very closely to. Paid a close attention to her, not because I am a certain political leaning. I'm so sick of people telling me what my politics are. Sometimes I don't even know what my politics are anymore because I'm disgusted by the side I used to support because they resort to tactics like this. And I could show you awful, awful things that people just assume about it. It's disgusting. I mean, it's, and then of course it immediately, I mean, literally thousands last night resorting to, oh, this false thing that's not true. I mean, just hammering me, just trying to discredit me because that's how they win the argument. They don't care about facts or people who have different opinions. No, it's immediately the other side is the enemy. And I'm so damn sick of it. I'm so damn sick of people who can't see it. I mean, whoever you're watching now, left or right, you've stuck with me this far because we've shown a level of respect to each other. We're allowed to have different political opinions as long as we respect and we're civil to one another. And the reality is Gina has been faced with so many groups who just are awful to her. They literally went after her and Pedro Pascal because she wouldn't put pronouns in her bio. And then she ignored it and they wouldn't let it go. Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it? Are you anti the group? Are you anti this? You must be anti this. Gina won't do it. She's anti us. I mean, I'm sorry. That's effed up. People have the right to put in their bios whatever they want. And just because they didn't doesn't mean we're exposing an enemy. But that's the world we currently live in. That's the world that Star Wars is allowing. That these groups can go do that to people and then tear their lives apart and then demand that they get fired from movies because they're the enemy. I mean, it is so disheartening. So many people is ignorantly putting stuff out there because she's liked a tweet that, sure, it maybe implies she's conservative, but doesn't imply she's supporting the insurrection. There's so many jumps in logic that these people do to defend their mob mentality rule of we must end this people. They're not the true Star Wars fans. And it's made me rethink a lot of things because I know there's the fandom menace out there that's gotten a lot of crap. And to be honest, I don't want to define them as a group because there clearly were toxic parts of that group that did things I didn't like. But the reality is a lot of that group was trying to call out a lot of this. And I see it more and more often as time progresses. And I want to apologize because I'm sorry I lumped that whole group in. There are bad people in that group, just like there's bad people in a lot of fandoms. But the reality is I see now how Star Wars is broken. It's not about hate. Oh, it is about hate, but I'm saying it's not about them hating. It's about Kelly Marie Tran. That is a whole nother separate. Look, there's so much I want to talk about tonight with other people who can actually help educate me so I can learn, so I can make sure that I'm listening. Because what I saw last night was gross. It put me in a really negative place last night. I try my best, and sometimes I do. And I want to thank, there were some big people and some friends of mine who saw what was going down, and they reached out privately. And I appreciate you guys who did that to check in on me. I'm fine. But it was rough, man. And I can't even imagine if people out there who are getting just hit all day long because of their political beliefs, and then they don't have families to fall back on and to distract themselves from all that hate. I mean, no wonder we're so divided as a country. It is gross. This is not the way, Star Wars. Look, what happened to her is a whole nother conversation that I need to do more research on. But my God, scroll through your own thread, Star Wars, to see that this is happening all over your site because you pick who you want to defend. It's not right anymore. It's not right. Gina does not deserve the amount of hate. Look, you can decide to not support Gina. That is your right as a person, as a human being in this country. But people trying to fire her? It's so effed up. Look, again, I wanted to react to this. I wanted to react to the fact that, yes, this did happen. And I'm going to, just so we're clear, they sum up the article here. Here's this person here. I don't even want to really, I blocked this person because I don't want any of this energy in my thread. You are no ally to anybody or any group I want to help at all. You are the opposite of helping any movement. You are going to set any movement you are a part of 100 miles backwards by inciting what you did. I mean, you are. Look at this. First of all, and then it's like now it's all Gamergate, guys. I steered clear of Gamergate because I just at the point I wasn't ready to sort of even fully understand what was going on. But I didn't get involved in that. I don't want to get involved in some new version of it either. This isn't what this is, and I guess maybe it's turning into that Star Wars gate. I don't know what the heck's happened around, but I mean, Jesus, that is not the way, guys. And she's got a lot of support. That's sickening. That there are Star Wars fans who are cool with that. And that Twitter is cool with that. I mean, I've been trying to sort of guys, Parler is, they didn't have their guidelines in place. They're not following. Hello, Twitter. It's still up, that tweet. Where are your guidelines? People don't understand, why certain people maybe switch sides because they realize the hypocrisy of one side and they realize the hypocrisy of social media sites, of websites, etc. I mean, it is messed up. And through what I've been through, I have to be more open and listen to other people. And I'm just, if you can't tell, I'm upset still. So I want to take some time. I want to react. I want to thank some of these people who did call it out. Sophia here, thank you. Bounding into Comics. I know they get a lot of crap from some of their coverage. I would like to try and bring them onto the conversation tonight. If anybody out there is involved in this deeply, you want to reach out, you want to be a part of this conversation, I would love to have a town hall tonight discussing more of my feelings that I can organize better for you, showcase some of the stuff that I was put through last night so you can really see the other side and really get to the bottom of this. Because, look, I'm not going to please these people. Some of these people are psychos. They're so psychos in their one, and they're stuck in their way. There's no pleasing them. There's no way to do it. It is what it is. I hit the block button so often last night, not because I'm afraid, but because that energy can just take you down. I don't want that energy in my... That is just gross. And if you feel like Gina is giving you that energy, I'm sure she'd be the first person to tell you, block her, mute her, move on. Don't encourage more hate then. These people are just idiotic. And to answer the Star Wars thing, look, I don't know what this person did, but all I know is, was that really worth calling her out to support her, but not the others? I don't get it. I mean, she put herself out there with words. An article put her words out there. You can agree or disagree with them, but they showcased her words. It's like, that is not someone trying to tear someone down. It's calling out someone's feeling. Now, I haven't done enough research to know whether I agree with that, and we can touch upon that tonight as well. But the hypocrisy is so clear, and so many people just don't even want to see it. They're so blind to it, to their own side. Guys, look, I didn't want to even make this video because I wasn't prepared to really talk about it, because as you can tell, I'm still digesting a lot of this stuff. But give me the day. I'm going to come back to you live tonight at 10. Let's do a big town hall. I hope you'll join me. Hope you'll come show some support. That I could use it tonight. Let's talk about it. Let's try and get through this. Let's try to find a way to deal with this and address it. Put it out there, because no, I'm not going to ignore this stuff. There is toxicity on the left progressive side that thinks there isn't any. And it's disgusting. And just like I called out the bad parts of the Snyder army, it's time to now point out the bad parts of the Star Wars army. And I'm sorry if I haven't noticed it before, just because Star Wars has been kind of doing well with Mandalorian for a while. But now people are getting upset at Mandalorian's fame. And what about the High Republic? And no, we need to start getting it. There's clearly a lot happening over there. Look how they treated Star Wars Theory. Pablo Hidalgo, what a jerk he was. For Theory just crying about emotionally. I was too. So we're now losers? I never bought his apology. It was completely ridiculous. That is Star Wars now. That's Disney Star Wars. They have so much to fix. It is scary. So guys, look, if you haven't, here's how you can help me. You can hit that subscribe button. Help me build this channel back up. Hit that join. I'm so sick of people trying to define me by my past and by lies. I've taken accountability for the things I did do. I've owned it. If you actually want to do research, you can find that information pretty easily. I'm an open book now. I do not lie anymore. I lived a life of lies, and it destroyed me and my family. It's been 3 years. I've learned a lot. I'm still constantly learning. But I'm not the man and I'm not letting the internet define me anymore. I'm over it. It's time to stand up strong and fight back and call out the other hypocrisies out there when I see it. So if you want to join, please hit that subscribe button. And I hope you'll consider joining us live tonight. Hit that button on the left, hit it, and you can set an alert to join us tonight. We'll be live tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.